Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. So what's your healthy formula? Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com, health and fitness coach, and today we're going to talk about your healthy formula. Something that I hadn't thought of when I first started getting into my own little fitness journey. And so I just kind of want to share that process with you and then have you consider some things about what you might do for your healthy formula or what sort of things that you perhaps already do and maybe you've got it together. Way cool. And so you could just pass this on to other people. But when I first started exercising and working out, you know, I think we all know pretty much that we're supposed to eat right and exercise, right? And that's supposed to, you know, we're going to supposedly live a happy, healthy, fulfilling life that way. But we get so far off track that, you know, sometimes just all of a sudden life is kicking us in the butt and we're sluggish, we're tired, we have no energy, we have no time, we don't have our once fitness that we perhaps had is gone. And as time rolls on, sometimes it seems almost impossible to reverse that and to just get back in shape. And I know at the beginning of the year, everybody always has those goals, or not, maybe not everybody, but a good chunk of people have those goals to just get back on track, get in shape, lose some weight, whatever it is. And then a few weeks later goes by, maybe you get a gym membership, whatever, but you somehow kind of drift off. And so, you know, sometimes I think with people, it's just they're not seeing the results fast enough. And so, you know, when I started my healthy formula, I can't say that I put it together all at once. It was kind of one of these, okay, this is kind of a crazy way to do it, but I'm going to start exercising. And then if that starts to work, then I'll kind of start thinking about eating a little bit better. And if that starts to work, then maybe I'll connect with people. Maybe I'll share my story. Maybe I'll get with other people who are doing the same thing. You know, those are some of the things. But what if we had that formula? What if we put everything together that would make it work? Now, I know for a lot of people, and I think this is where people get sidetracked. It's not just even the results. It's just that it's not fun or that it's not easy or you just some days aren't motivated or don't have the support with it. So me as a coach, this is what I do for you. All the things that I've learned and some of the mistakes I've gone through, I can now share with you to cut your learning curve, to give you some shortcuts, to give you some tips that can help speed up the process for you. Because for me, it took a long time. It took a year and a half before I actually started getting back into it because I didn't get the results. And then once I started those results, I was just doing this little add-on thing. I worked out, and then eventually I started eating right. And then eventually, I connected with people. And so just how about a healthy formula like this? Making fitness fun, making nutrition simple, and getting connected with other people to help you get support and get success. I think that is like the perfect combination. You know, whether it's you getting to a gym, following a simple eating plan and just connecting with a support system there, or maybe you do CrossFit, or a buddy of mine, he goes running with a group of people and they get together regularly. There's the connected part. And I know for a fact that he does keep his nutrition simple. He follows his own eating plan with clean eating most of the time and has a superfood shake each day for the nutrition to fill in those gaps where even though we're eating clean and eating healthy, we think we're still not getting all the nutrition that we could get to make the body work so efficiently and make the most of the workouts and the most of the other foods that we eat. So he fills the gap that way. So one thing as I learned, for me, making fitness fun. I dig into the Beachbody library. I'm typically following a program as designed, at least for 30 days. Sometimes it's one of our 90-day programs. I'm following a very simple eating plan, and I'll tell you what, we do have some programs out there that the eating plans are kind of complicated, and a bunch of us customers stepped up and said, "Hey, we need simple, we need doable. We got to do that. Otherwise, we're going to be all over the place and, not be able to make the most of our fitness and get the most results." So we've got a portion control system. We've got simple, easy to follow recipes. We've got a way to boost our system with it. Shakeology is one of those things that I particularly use. But other people out there, you find that great formula that's going to work for you. And then this probably was the last thing that fell into place for me, but it's helped so many of the people I coach. It's connecting with a group of people. We either form a Facebook group or we use an app to check in. And by having that daily accountability, knowing that somebody else is showing up, so you better show up, has helped people just do the thing day after day after day. Is fitness always fun? No. But if you can make fitness fun, we've got a library of a wide variety of workouts that have made fitness fun for a lot of people, whether it's dance workouts, whether it's beginner workouts, whether it's just doing a little kickboxing fun, things that are choreographed to music. Or if you are one of those weights, strength and conditioning people, and want to put in that hard work and find that fun, we've got that too. I know that there's a lot of systems out there that can really help you. But what I'm looking for in helping a person that I've seen with the people I've coached to get those results, it's putting those three things together. It's making the fun, it's finding just that healthy formula of moving your body, making it fun, enjoying the workouts best as you can. I know that exercise is fun. If I could be fit without working out, man, count me in. But you got to put in the work. Anything that you want in life pretty much takes some work, some effort. So find something you enjoy doing. And I have a lot of people that they'll do power walking, they'll do swimming, they'll do running, biking, whatever it is, hiking, but they do it consistently, and then they check in with a group each day. And so finding that healthy fitness formula is kind of a great way to help you reach your goals. Feeding your body and keeping it simple, that's probably going to give you that's probably the 70% of the formula. Workouts are one thing, but dialing it in with what you eat, making it simple, making it easy, I think sometimes that is that's kind of the missing piece that people have. It's going through the cupboards, it's going through the kitchen, making sure that you kind of weed out all of the temptations. I know some of you are probably going, "Oh my gosh, there's no way I would do that." I'm not. For me, when I was cleaning out the cupboard, little side story here, I decided to go through and look for anything that had the ingredients that had partially hydrogenated oils in it, or anything that had high fructose corn syrup. And I came across a couple boxes that was a brownie mix. And I was like, "Oh, but I love brownies. Maybe I'll just leave these in here." And that can be a cheat meal one day. But I knew that would end up being a downfall if I had those and take me away from some of my goals. There were other healthier, better temptations I could have in the house. So I did go through and clean out a lot of the things that were going to work against me. And then I made this agreement with myself. I said, if I wanted to have the cheat meal, I was going to earn it, and I had to drive to go somewhere and make it worth it. And I had an amazing pizza place that I was willing to drive 2 hours to get to. If it was going for a dessert, it was going to be a great dessert. It wasn't going to be something from a box that would be the temptations there. So I made little deals with myself that way. You don't have to do that. It was just a little side goofy note that I wanted to share with you. But it's doing those things. I've even done a cleanse before. I've done a little 3-day kickstart program that sometimes I do after after a vacation, but it's feeding your body right. And I know sometimes we get back on track. That's why I like doing the cleanse every so often, because it can just help you reset your body, and boom, you're back into kind of undoing the bad stuff that you had been treating your body. But it's doing that, so it's moving your body, it's feeding your body well, and then connecting with somebody for success. That was the missing piece for me. I used to work on that, started eating well, but once I started connecting to a community, a group of people that were also on the journey, all of a sudden it was like, me too. That's awesome. Why haven't I done this all along? I would have engaged and gotten to my workout a lot easier, or a lot better, or a lot more frequently if I would have known that I was showing up to chat with somebody else doing the same thing. And that's what we've done. We've developed a community that does that. Right now I've got an upcoming holiday Blitz where just about every December, which is a downfall for a lot of people, a bunch of us commit to, I'm going to commit through the holidays. I know that I'm going to get sidetracked with some of these temptations, but I'm not going to be beating myself up come January 1st. I'll know that I did my best through the month, and then when January 1st happens, I can continue to move forward because I'm building momentum through December. Not to say I can't have some of the parties or the temptations or anything like that. It's just that I'm setting myself up for success and not just setting it aside and going backwards, So that's it. I mean, it's a simple, healthy formula. And so I'm asking you, what is your healthy formula? Do you have a fitness plan that you're doing with and making fitness fun? Are you is your nutrition made simple? And do you have a way to fill those nutritional gaps that we don't get sometimes, even from the organic foods that we have available in our stores? We'd have to eat a ton of food to get all the nutrients that maybe our body's craving and can really make the use of, especially when we're doing all those workouts, or if we're wanting to lose a little weight, or if we're just wanting to get a little bit energy and be a little bit more alert. And then are you connected with a group of people to help you reach your goals, and who's going to cheer you on across that finish line? Now, I understand a lot of people like to say, you know what, just leave me alone. I don't want to be around other people. And I was that way too. But I challenge you to join a group and see where that can take you. All of a sudden, when you're with a group of people, you're stepping up your game. You're not letting yourself off the hook because nobody else in the group is letting you off the hook. Everybody's going to help you stay accountable. And I know sometimes that's scary for people, but it's effective. You're wanting results, and that's the deal. That's what the healthy formula is all about. So what is your healthy formula? I look forward to hearing from you in the comments, or send me an email over at perrytinsley@gmail.com. You're welcome to do that. And I so appreciate you very, very much for checking in with this podcast, thinking about your healthy formula, thinking about the other tips. And if you know of someone who can benefit from this, please pass it on and forward it. And here's one thing you may not have known. I've always, for the longest time, have recorded this podcast in video form. Maybe that's how you followed me. But if you'd like to get the audio version, all you got to do is go over to iTunes, do a search for Power Blast Podcast. There is an audio and a video version. So you can listen to it in your car and just download it on the podcast app and do it that way. Speaking of podcast app and speaking of iTunes, it'd be really crazy cool if you got over there, gave an honest review and a rating so this show can help reach a lot more people. That would be totally awesome. As of this recording, it's going to be Thanksgiving. If you're listening to it and it's the U.S. Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. If it's after Thanksgiving, still, I am grateful for you and totally honored that you are a listener of this show, and that I just feel like we've connected here and that we're buddies already, and you helped keep me accountable. As always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.